Hi everybody, Janice here. I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to do another bloom, but I'm turning it into a little bowl as well. So I won't be doing a back end on here. Um, I got a new violet color alcohol ink that I want to use today. And I've got a new ocean white pigment paste that I also want to use. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. Sometimes you've just got to kind of know your products, and I haven't used this particular white pigment paste before. So I've had quite a few comments from people that are new to resin and still struggling with blooms. So I'm going to kind of go into it a little bit again, just for the new people. So first of all, make sure your resin mold is 100% level. You have to heat your resin up to at least mine usually I heat up to about 33, 34 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. You'll have to convert it. And I've got my alcohol inks, and I've got my piping bag, and I'm going to put a little bit of this mermaid glitter stuff, I never know what to call it, in the center. So I've got 110 grams of my 1-to-1 medium viscosity resin, and I'm going to do my white paste now. So this is what makes your petals. So you saw how much I put on there. It was literally a dot. And then I poured a little bit of my resin that I've pre-mixed, and I mixed it in well, and I put that into a piping bag. So this resin is also going to be a little bit warm when you use it, the resin that's in the piping bag. And what I'll do is just keep checking the temperature of my resin until it reaches about 33, 34 degrees Celsius. And then I'll pour it in. And the reason you've got to heat your resin up is because as it cools down, it pulls towards the center of your mold. And that's what forms your bloom. If you don't have a digital thermometer, you can use an ordinary thermometer. I did for ages and it works fine. So my resin is now at 34, I think it was 34.8, which is a little bit higher than I usually go. And I'm just doing a quick spray with some isopropyl alcohol into my mold. It does help with the bubbles for sure. And then if you do see any bubbles, just try and lift them up to the top and they should pop. And then also what I do, and I don't think I've ever mentioned it, just to get my resin start warming up faster. Otherwise, sometimes you wait for ages for it to warm up. I stand my resin in some warm water, both bottles, A and B, just to let the resin get slightly warm. And then I'll measure my resin out. So I'm doing my little centerpiece there. I don't normally do a little center thing, but thought I'd give it a try today. And then I'm going to apply my alcohol inks. And this was the new violet color that I got. I also got a lime green, which I'm dying to try as well. It looks gorgeous. But I'll do that on the next bloom. Now, normally, after I've put my alcohol inks in, I normally take my little silicone tip pen and I kind of swirl the two colors together. I kind of mix them together, and I don't know what was in my head. I totally forgot to do it. I just went ahead and I started putting my white in. And you'll see how it turned out. Did I love it? I don't think so. So I wish I had swirled it, but you'll see. And then if you see any big blobs come out of your piping bag, just try and pull them out a little bit, because you don't want those to sink. And that's what will happen if because your pigment paste is heavy, it'll sink, and when you demold, you'll see a big blob on the other side. And then after I had done this, I put the camera on hyperlapse just so that you can see what happens as your resin is cooling down and it's pulling towards the center. So here's the hyperlapse, and you can see how it all pulls towards the middle of the mold. Okay, so then I left it to cure, and this is the next day. It's all cured. And oh my gosh, I had a flashback. When I saw the back of it, I straight away just thought of tie-dye t-shirts, you know, from the blimmin' hippie days. So this is exactly what this bloom reminded me of. And that was because I didn't kind of blend the colors together. I mean, it's quite a nice bloom. I like the way the petals are formed. But oh my goodness, it just honestly reminds me of a tie-dye shirt. Do I love it? I don't think so. I don't hate it. But it's so tie-dye to me. It's crazy. Okay, so now I want to turn this into a little bowl, into a little trinket tray. So I've got sort of like a pasta bowl size. Now this is cured. So what I do is I lie it in my bowl, take my heat gun, you can use a hairdryer, and I just start heating it up. And it goes kind of soft, pliable quite quickly. And then just push it down with my fingers. And then I took 2 jars. It was pigment paste jars. Make sure the bottom of the jar is smooth and there's no pattern on it, because that will transfer. And then I just took my blue tape and I tape it there and I leave it overnight. And when it cures, it'll cure in the shape of your bowl. And so this is the next day, and it'll be totally in the shape that I want it. I mean, there's just so many coasters that you can have. So doing these little bowls is just so nice. And I just found for dressing tables, people love them. I give them all to my grandson for his little flea market stall that he has once a month. And he makes all his pocket money from selling all my little leftovers. So I've got my little trinket bowl, and it's that easy to do. They're just a nice size for rings, bracelets, earrings. And so that was it. Love it or hate it, I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of in the middle. And then I just took my gold pen and I went around the edges with my gold just to finish it off. And that was it. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, let me know. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I will see you on the next video.